What's up, party peeps? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got some fun stuff going on. I saw a picture on Instagram of somebody else's interior that they did. I'll put a picture up on the screen so you guys can see it. But as soon as I saw that picture, I knew I had to try to do that. I had the interior out already and I fell down the rabbit hole. And I said, well, you know, while I'm in here, I might as well do that too. And I know I said in previous videos that I'm not gonna do anything to the interior, but here we are. Now, I'm not gonna get too crazy. There's a couple dimples in the strut tower back here, so I went ahead and filled them with some body filler, and then I'm gonna smooth them out. Kind of like shaving an engine bay, but shaving a rear strut tower. I just wanted it to be nice and smooth, because here's the idea. So the exterior of this car is going to be the same color as the engine bay, which is, I'm going to call it pickle milk. Now I can't take credit for that color name. Somebody on TikTok had it wrapped on their BRZ and he called it pickle milk. So if you guys know him, tag him, because I don't want to take credit for that name because I didn't come up with it. The exterior is going to be a pickle milk color. And what I was thinking is it might be too much pickle milk if I also extended into the interior. So I was thinking we paint the interior a Porsche paint to sample cream white. Now I think that color will go really well with the pickle milk. So I think the idea is to have the rear strut towers be the Porsche cream white and then the exterior be the pickle milk. We got this ugly stuff going on. Previously there was carpet here, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some template out of like MDF or whatever I think works best. And then we are going to upholster it with either like a suede, Alcantara type deal, or maybe leather. I'm not really sure. I think we're gonna go with black just because that'll match the rest of the interior. I might have gone up and lost my mind on this one, but if we're doing it, we might as well do it really cool because I don't like doing lame things. It gives me the opportunity to make this car a show car. But again, the purpose of this build is not to be a show car. This car is intended to be a fun street car that I can also take to the track if I want. So in terms of show car quality, I'm not too concerned. But as long as this car is a 5 to 10 footer, I'll be happy. Because it's gonna get used, it's gonna get abused, it's not gonna be perfect. And the chassis itself isn't perfect to begin with. There's rust all over this car because it came from the Northeast originally. It is what it is. So sit back, relax, and watch me do something that probably nobody will ever notice but myself. Why am I bleeding? Why am I bleeding?
Man, I'll tell you what, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this build. I hurt my finger. Now, while I'm doing this, I want to tell you guys the story about how I got the engine into the car. Because I didn't film it, because at that point I wasn't filming yet. I had another 07K on the side of my shed that I ordered about 2 years ago, and I never did anything with. And it was sitting on a pallet, and the 07K that I had gotten was sitting on a tire. Now, when I was going to put the engine in, the way I took the original motor out was also super sketchy. I lowered the coilovers to as low as they would go, and I put a tire underneath the original engine. I undid all the engine mounts. I just raised the car up with a jack, and the engine just completely came free. So I used the same logic to put the engine in. So to get the engine in, I took the other 07K off of the pallet, and how I took it off the pallet was just brute force. I dropped the engine on top of my finger. It got squished in between a Harbor Freight bucket and the engine. Put the new 07K on that pallet with the tire, scooted the pallet into the engine bay. With a little bit of maneuvering of the Mk2, it basically lined right up. I think it's one of the most redneck, but also coolest ways to mount an engine. And it was super easy. It was awesome, honestly. I wish I would have filmed it because it was impressive. Because I just used brute strength. It's so infuriating. When I was young that I wanted to be a teacher. I don't know what made me want to, but I always thought I'd do really well at it. and that I would absolutely love it. Now, of course, as we all know, teachers don't make a lot of money. When it comes down to a job for me, I saw it this way. A, do I want a lot of money? Or B, do I want to be happy? I chose B because to me, happiness is more important than financial value. I'm 23 and you want to be a teacher, but you're just not really sure because you don't know if it's worth it. I absolutely say go for it. It is one of the most rewarding jobs out there. It's the best thing. It's the best thing in the world. But I'm one of 2 male teachers in the entire building. And at the elementary level, I think my role is really important for the students, a positive male figure in their life. I absolutely adore it.
Really hope this looks sick. I hope I'm not wasting my time by doing this. So, let's keep going.
Okay, well, I didn't do the best job with the Bondo. I kind of mixed it a little hot, too much hardener. So, but let's start sanding it, try to make it smooth, and go from there.
All right, well, this is where we stand. Everything's nice and smooth. It's too cold outside in Pennsylvania to even bother painting, and I don't have heat in my shed. It's about 36 degrees. But I'm gonna get some masonite board and some upholstery, probably from Amazon. I think I'm just gonna go the black suede. I think that's what we've decided on. I don't know if I'll do the door cards. I think I'm just gonna leave it exclusively to the back half of the car. Now, I hope that wasn't too boring for you guys, but it should be somewhat rewarding when I can actually get the upholstery stuff and actually get it painted. But that's gonna have to wait till spring, unfortunately, because it's just too cold, and I want to shoot epoxy primer on it just so I can seal it. And epoxy primer needs a certain level of humidity, a certain level of temperature on the body panels, yada yada. So I don't even want to shoot it because it's expensive and I don't want to waste it. But I should be able to get my clutch and flywheel here soon. So hopefully I can get that mounted to the 07K and then do a whole video on mounting the trans to the 07K. And then from there, I don't want to say close to the first fire, but we're getting closer than we were about a month ago, so that's really exciting. I can't wait to hear this thing absolutely burst my eardrums being an open header inside of a tiny shed. I'm unbelievably excited. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more Mark II content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.